had gone through about 6 weeks of intense suffering, feeling abandoned, unloved, judged very severely. And I was in a lot of pain, debilitating, on the bed, crying, unable to do anything. And then the thought came to me, I remember hearing somewhere that you could give yourself what you wanted. And that was nice. Then I thought, well, what do I want? If you could give yourself what you wanted, what do you want? What did I want? And very quickly, well, I wanted to feel loved. I wanted to feel accepted. And in an instant, all of the energy that was going into suffering flipped over into joy. Amazing joy. And my old conditioning said, this is not possible. A, B, C, D has happened. I can't be happy. I certainly can't be joyful. But here it was. And I had suffered for so long, so intensely, I wasn't going to let the joy go. So something had to go. What went was the belief that I had to suffer.
What went, I'm sorry?
The belief. What I let go of was the belief that I had to suffer. Because if there's one thing we need to be, it's congruent. Our reality has to match our beliefs. So my reality was I was feeling joyful, even though my so-called reality said I should suffer, or I thought, I believed. Right? So in an instant, that was broken. For a few weeks, it went back and forth. The old habit of old mind, I call it old mind, would come up. And it would go, this and that, you can't feel good, this and that, this and that. And I would go right into the joy. I had no words for it. I don't know how I did it. I would go right into the joy and I'd go, oh yeah, no, not going there. And then it settled in. And it was just happiness, 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 bliss, happiness. I was like a child who discovered they were in the midst of a candy store and all the candy was free. Everywhere I went, it didn't matter what I was doing and waiting in a lineup, doing dishes, didn't matter. Put on hold, didn't matter. Things that I used to think would stress me or whatnot, nothing mattered. And I went around like this for weeks. Until one day I walked into my friend's place. We were going to do some work together on her business. And I could see that she was down. I came in all pumped, right? And she's like, okay, what's up? And I had been going around for weeks, no words for this, just doing it. And knew something was building, something was coming, but I didn't know what. And I had to put it down and say to her, what's up? And she started to tell me. And as she did, I remembered that moment. I was back at that moment at the same time, listening to her problem and remembering what happened inside, and the words came out from me through to her, and she shifted on the spot. I went, oh my God, these are the words. Because when the joy first hit me, I thought, this can't be. And then I thought, well, maybe it won't last, right? But it did last. And then I thought, well, maybe it's just me. And then she did it. And I went, okay, I gotta go home. I gotta write. But I put that aside because we were going to work. But then she started getting into it and asking me questions. And then everything came out. Everything I couldn't say before came out in the most colorful, ethereal words: awakening, connection, love, the joy. And I went home that night and I wrote, and for 4 days straight I did nothing but write, design the book, produce the website. Like I dropped everything I was doing. I could not do this. And then I started telling people about it. And I started seeing the shifts in other people, permanent shifts. And I knew it was important. And I haven't gone back to what I used to do. That's caused some financial challenges because it takes a while to get things rolling. But it proved even more so, right in the midst of poverty, really, and collectors calling. They didn't know what to do with me. because I'm joyful. They can't jerk the string, you know. And being in that resourceful place enabled me to do what I needed to do to move on and get out of it.